If we should win,
let it
be by the code.
Faith
and honor held high. If we should lose,
let's
stand by the road.
And
cheers, the winners go by.
Day
by day, we get better and better. Till we can't be beat. Won't be beat.
Won't be beat.
What do you play for?
Georgetown.
What do you fight for?
The brothers.
What are we coming for?
Rob Rosa, I'm a junior, I'm a wing, and I'm the president.
My name is Mike McGilvery. I play hooker for Georgetown. I've played all 4 years. I played 3 years in high school as well. I was also the social chair for the past year.
I came to Georgetown hoping to walk on to the lacrosse team. Coaches called me into their office, said, you know, we just really don't have a spot for you on the team. Why don't you come out next year? And obviously I was really upset because that's how I figured my whole college experience would go. I came back to the room, and my English roommate Lucas actually was there, and I was visibly upset, and he goes, just come out for rugby. And I came out, and it's kind of love at first sight.
I actually talked to a kid I played on the all-star team with in high school, Jordan Maitland, who eventually became the captain here, and he kind of gave me a little background on the team. And then when I started showing up for orientation, I went to some of the practices with the guys that were returning. I could just see the camaraderie and the attitude there was on the team. They took it seriously, but they also had fun with each other, so that's something I wanted to be a part of.
Pick up the intensity!
We have conditioning on Mondays, then we practice Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and often, if we have a game on Saturday, we'll have a walkthrough where we just kind of run through our plays and, kind of get everyone loose before the game.
We take it very seriously, and we're good. I have been injured a few times.
I've had 4 concussions.
I've had 4 concussions.
2 in high school and 2 in college, 1 sophomore year and 1 junior year.
So I broke my left ankle. I then broke my left wrist, every single one of my fingers. This one currently, which has just kind of become a major inconvenience for me. I separated my left shoulder. I tore my MCL in my right knee, 50% tear in my ACL in my left knee. I have stress fractures still because they didn't heal properly on the L5 vertebrae of my back on both sides.
But other than that, I've been lucky enough to stay relatively injury-free. I know a lot of the guys on the team have gone down this past semester, so it was good to, make it through okay.
So I tore my tendon in the game 4 days ago. I sprained my ankles probably about 10 times each. I got hit in the eye and had to get stitches here, here. My first game of rugby I've ever played, I got hit, was on the ground, got rolled over, and just almost tore my ear off. Just blood everywhere, and I had to go get stitches on that. So that was a good start. Yeah, I think that's it.
Let's enjoy the victory tonight. Let's run Sunday. Let's run Monday, because fellas,
Playoffs, baby.
This is the season. We're up on a roll. Let's take care of GW. Let's bring it in.
Hell of a game, boys!
Hell of a game.
Great job out there, boys. Now we're in the playoffs, so even bigger stakes now. Let's come out with a good week of practice. Let's have some fun tonight.
Let's go, guys!
We play in this tournament called the Cherry Blossom. We're about 32-team tournament out in Maryland, and it's you play 5 games over the course of 2 days, which if you've ever played rugby and woken up the day after a game is a lot of physical contact. So, going to the Cherry Blossom tournament, like, we weren't really thinking we were going to win.
So yesterday we had a tournament out in Maryland, and we played 2 teams, UMass and Slippery Rock. We beat them both, but against Slippery Rock, I got crushed setting up my buddy Alex Lau for a try, and I sprained the AC joint in my left shoulder.
Come on! Oh, what the fuck?
So I'm in a fair amount of pain today, and I'm going to go check with Dr. Rosa, one of my teammates' fathers, and our unofficial team doctor, and see if I can get cleared to play. I was able to put on my shirt under my own. Under my own power, I put on my shirt this morning, so that's an improvement.
I get to the field, throw my headphones in immediately, throw on whatever song happens to be the case at the time. I want to get pumped up in my own mind. I want to be relaxed, but I want to be pumped. And again, this whole time pretty much I'm not talking. I'm one of the only people on the team that will wear my headphones throughout pretty much our entire warm-up.
I don't need it. You know what's going to happen. I'm barely touching it. You get hit there, you're going to see stars every time. And it could make it worse. It looks like, I mean, without an X-ray, you can't tell it. Probably a grade 2. Leave alone, it'll get better. It'll take at least 6 weeks.
Thank you.
But see how you know what? I mean, if you feel absolutely great next week, the week after, you could consider playing. It's up to you. You know, what's the downside? You weaken the ligaments if you get hit again, and maybe not as bad as you would have. You could tear the ligaments more. That's the downside. It's really just a matter of doing this to comfort. So when you feel better, you can.
Okay, we definitely don't play today. You don't think?
It's not worth it. You know.
So right before I go out there, I take off my headphones. So that whatever song I was just listening to is in my head. And then I start formulating my pregame speech.
This is where you earn your heart. Look at the guy next to you. That's your brother. He's bled for you before. He'll bleed for you again. Love your brothers. Fight for your brothers. And we'll come out of this victorious.
We had our final pool play game against Plymouth State, which we won. We had a lot of our younger guys in there, so it was good to see them get some success. The semifinal then was against Cornell. Cornell's a good Division I team. They play in the Ivy League, but the boys came out there, really played well, beat them to move on to the final against Miami, Ohio. You know, it's tough being a senior and not being able to play in your last big tournament. You've fought with these guys all year, so to go down and have to watch them on Sunday was a little tough. But we had a big game against Miami, Ohio coming up, so I tried to get the boys ready. I was really relegated into more of a coaching role, which is obviously not where you want to be as a senior. To not be able to go out with my teammates like that and try and win our last big tournament was a real blow to me. But I tried to use this as an opportunity to show the younger guys, that they're just as good. They could do all the things that they need to do. So while I was frustrated not to be playing, that's kind of the approach that I took. I talked to the coaches, I talked to Liam, our captain, and just tried to get, not just my replacement, but all the younger forwards who are thrust into a lot of playing time, tried to get them ready to go and ready to perform at the high level that we know Georgetown Rugby needs to play at. So after we beat Cornell, the final was against Miami of Ohio, a Division I team who's had a lot of success in the past years. We were a little nervous, but the guys were so excited going into the game, and we thought we'd done everything necessary to prepare. We came out on the losing end of that one, but the guys really played well. They played hard. We were decimated by injuries, so it was no shame to go down in that game. And I really think the experience that our freshmen and sophomores especially got in that tournament really bodes well for the future of Georgetown Rugby. I have no regrets of playing this sport over my 3 years. I've had so many great memories that I can't put into words what it's meant.
We played damn good enough to win, but we let 2 or 3 mistakes kill us. We got to freaking clean those up. We're set. We got good depth. We got people stepping in who fucking took advantage of that situation, and we realized that we can fucking compete at a very high level. Nothing to be upset about. We fucking finished second in a very reputable tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not the same for everybody, but I've played rugby basically since day one here, so I can't think of anything that's been more important in terms of extracurricular activities.
Rugby not only filled that void, but it was, and I'll say it to anyone who asks, that it is the best thing that has ever happened to me at Georgetown.
I've played it for 4 years. It's something that I structure both my classes and my other extracurriculars around, so I couldn't think of anything more important.
When I think of Georgetown and when I think of how much I love Georgetown, I think of how much I love Georgetown in the context of the rugby team.
What's up?